Thanks for being here, everybody. I am one of your hosts. My name is Stephen Rose. I've been in IT for 25 years, 15 years at Microsoft. I love tech. I love this sort of stuff. And with me and joining me is...
Hi, everybody. My name is Katrina. I'm the marketing manager at the Financial Modeling World Cup, which is the organization behind all of this. So I'm really happy to be here.
All right. And of course, up in the booth, and we'll be going up to him a little bit, Asta Soleil, and our good friend Giles is joining us today.
Yeah.
So we are going to be starting out today, though, with our MECC finals, our Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge. We first have our team finals. So we'll be bringing out 4 teams, each with 3 members that will be competing to see who is the top Excel team. And then we will go to our individuals. Let's talk about all of the cool stuff that our winning teams and winning individuals will be going home with today. Katrina.
So for the Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge, we have a prize fund of over $30,000. The winner team will go home with $6,000, and the individual champion will go home with $5,000.
Are we ready for the team finals? All right, let's bring them down. Our first team, University of Arizona.
University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
The University of Technology, Sydney, Australia. Come on down. And last, but certainly not least,
University of Kentucky.
Good luck, everybody. I know you're going to do great and make your schools proud.
let's take a look at the case animation.
Welcome to 2024 Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge. We are glad to present you the case for the battle. Hydro Smash, designed by Fritz Burkhardt and David Brown from the US. Hydro Smash is the newest sporting craze. In Hydro Smash, players throw water balloons back and forth over a net, all while trying not to get soaked. Player movement and game mechanics are described throughout the level instructions. This case is designed for teams of 3 with 3 sections, levels 1 through 3, levels 4 through 6, and levels 7 through 10, with overlapping skills used throughout. Level 10 combines aspects of multiple levels, encouraging team members to work together and combine their skills to solve the final level. There are 5 bonus questions. The first 4 questions are independent of the levels. Good luck and don't get soaked.
Here we go. We're going to do our countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Stephen. Welcome to be here.
Oz. Rumor has it there's a grudge match here between 2 universities.
That's right.
Right? Who is it? What's happened?
David Brown and his team, University of Arizona, and Eric Kelly of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that as we go through.
Points for Sydney. What did they do? They might have gotten a bonus point because
They well have
bonuses are worth 8. All 5 of them are.
He's looking at the map. He's got numbers on each cell relevant to different parts of the map. That's good. University of Kentucky have gone ahead on 160 points. Give a shout out to University of Kentucky.
Yes. Oh, look at that accessibility assistant has opened up. All right, squeezing down the territory that he can see and use until he closes that panel, unless that's what he wants. Okay, let's see, using the X lookup. All right, and he's way down there. All right. And one team strategy is that you have 3 players per team and they will divide up sections.
Yeah, exactly.
And based on each other's strengths. And I was talking with a team and they said that this person had no sense with maps.
Yeah.
But they have somebody strong with that on their team and they might be better at formulas.
Yeah, so look out for this. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some team members jumping around seats. We know for a fact David Brown has been training his Arizona team with some pretty serious strategies.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
4 minutes down, 26 minutes left on the clock.
We had a tie at 160. Now somebody's points went away. Looking at here. All right, so looking at Ben's screen, he's using a sequence function, and he is at, look like he is on level 4. And level 4 You want to know how many cells is each toss from the nearest starting position?
Yeah, so this is probably the competitor that started at level 4, I'd suspect. That's how you're going to split it up. Levels 1 to 3, 4 to 7, or 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and then that last pretty tough question. I'll give you a quick rundown in the meantime. So the University of Kentucky is joint first, 240 points. Joint with the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, 240 points. Then in third, University of Technology, Sydney, 116, and University of Arizona at the moment showing no points.
Let's check out Jackson's screen from University of Arizona. They're not on the board yet. Jackson up to level 7.
Yeah, so when you get into this round, right, level 7, 160 points. Just to give you a bit of an overview of the breakdown, we've got 1,600 points available across the 10 levels, 400 for the bonuses, but those last few levels have got anywhere from 160 points up to 300 for level 10. So Jackson, I think, is dealing with some relatively tricky questions. Let's go to somebody else on his team. Why don't we go to Desiree, who is also at the University of Arizona. So a lot of this case for people watching is about movements. You can see on screen there, we've got starting positions quite often, and then movements with arrows. Now, we see arrow cases lots and lots of times in these esports battles. And if you're used to dealing with arrows, you can use things like offset really nicely to move from one cell to another cell. You will see, I don't know whether we'll see it in this competition, but you'll see it in the pros, you will see lambdas being used to deal with movements.
Okay, what's all this? Looks like Steven's sweater.
That is not what you want to see on your spreadsheet when you open it up as it was. All right, let's go to Sarah Chandler from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
So here's what's happening is Sarah has converted the court to numbers to make it easier to figure out what's inbounds and what's not.
Yeah, and I think that probably allows her to answer one of the bonus questions if she hasn't already. See, but yeah, this is a very classic kind of starting point when you're dealing with a grid like this. Some people will use VBA to kind of turn all of the colors individually into code. We saw yesterday a little training clip, didn't we, from David Brown that would have helped with this exact challenge.
Exactly.
In this level, the students are trying to determine the number of statues in each of these regions by both their size and their material. Now for the material, the students are given both a color and a letter. If this were a pro case, they would only be getting the colors. The question becomes, how do you get the letters in there to make this data usable? While you could type it, it would take too long. Instead, pros are going to use Control-H. That's going to be your find and replace menu. And here's a trick you might not know, is you can actually select cells by their formatting. So we can select all the gold cells and replace them with a G. So now a click of the button, and now we've replaced many minutes of manual labor with just magical Excel.
Sarah have a crash because we got the document recovery thing on the side there. What's going on?
It looks okay. I think what we can see on screen, there's a little bit of team talk going on, perfectly legal. Remember, these players are going to have different skill sets, like you said, so they can lean over, get help from somebody if they're struggling with something. Not something you see in the pro battles, is it? Really, really tight between 3 of the universities at the moment.
We just got word that the Arizona score is broken, so we will get that information. They're not just sitting there. They're actually doing work.
They are answering questions. You just can't see it.
So one example, when we talk about this fatigue factor, we've got Tireless Tara, whose initial speed is 20, and the fatigue factor is 0. So Tireless Tara does not get tired, hence the name, but Bodacious Billy has an initial speed of 24, and his fatigue factor is 1. And so with each move, he loses 1 until like move 24, he's laying down on the court, getting smashed by other people's water balloons.
So it's, like I said, not only have you got to work out kind of the movements by cells, you've got to keep a track of the overall fatigue for these very interestingly named characters as well. Yeah, so I think what we saw him doing there was splitting down the cell references into rows and column numbers, and that it's another version, I guess, of steps between using indirect, where you kind of then make row and column number movements, depending on how far you've got to go.
Got it.
He's done something there to try and kind of count the number of cells across the whole court, not just the bit that's inbounds in green, but everything apart from the middle of the black section.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is working for him, right? Because it's all of one, and some questions it will look like everything is in bounds.
Yeah, it may be that he's kind of done something step by step. So
Okay.
maybe he just had the ones in for the green bit first and he's updated it. We don't know. Again, if you just look at the breakdown of the scores, you can see what's happening where each player is kind of attacking different parts of those levels from 1 to 10. Completely different to what we see usually on the individuals, where they'll go through the levels usually in order.
Exactly. Interesting. Rather than making ones on the inbounds, he's made X's on the outer bounds.
Yeah. And what he's doing, he's also setting up what we saw a lot of times yesterday. He's solving this for one row of whatever level this is on. And I think what you'll see in a few minutes is he'll set up a data table to get the answers for all of the other rows in this level.
Can you tell me about data tables?
Yeah, well,
Because that's different from a table.
It's different from a table. So we use data tables a lot in scenario modeling. And essentially what we're doing here is just a different way of doing scenario modeling. So you imagine in a normal model, you have different assumptions you want to change. A data table is a great way to get all of the outputs for something based on all of the different scenarios. And that's what these people are doing.
Beautiful.
So they're getting the solution logic for one line, and then you get the answer based on the data table for every other line.
Beautiful. All right. 12 minutes left.
12 minutes remaining. 12 minutes remaining.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
So if you actually look, the University of Tennessee, Knoxville are in the lead at the moment, and that's almost entirely from bonus points. They've answered bonus points 1 to 4 fully, and they've hardly got any points on the levels 1 to 10.
Right. And the level that they do have points for is only 55% complete.
Okay, so Roman has got some X lookup going on here. He's just working over to the right-hand side of that case tab. We talked about this yesterday. Also. Some people are going to be setting up new tabs and doing loads of crazy logic away from the section where you kind of answer things. It hasn't added any tabs.
Yep. Let's look at scores.
240 points between the top three.
And the big mystery, what is going on in Arizona? We don't know yet, but we will find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right.
How would you rank the difficulty of this case?
Well, it's different to the normal battles because the difficulty doesn't keep increasing from level 1 to 10. So because I think they expect players to split to kind of break this up, it kind of goes in waves.
All right.
1 and 2 are a bit easier, 3's pretty hard. Then it goes down a little bit for 4, 5, and then back up again. And I do know that level 10 is pretty difficult.
Yes.
But again, it comes down to if you're good with directions, if you're good with things like indirect, using columns and rows to move your kind of starting and end cell, you're probably going to find this pretty easy. If you don't know those, this is a nightmare. How do you think you'd fare on this? I don't think you could use power query for this, Oz. You?
No. You had to be really careful because one thing about Power Query is when you take data into it, if there's any type of colored cells or bold or italicized font, they go away taking it Power Query.
The only thing you could do is you've got cells where you've got like the arrows and the number of moves in one cell. You can split that.
Yes, do that.
And look, with 7 minutes left, we've got, 100, nearly 200 points between the top three. Remember, this is the finals. This is for the win. This is the future of the esport on the stage.
Right. And it's exciting that this event is happening, especially bringing the collegiates into Las Vegas, because we got to, Excel is not going anywhere. There are exciting tools out there, but Excel is holding the world together.
Well, and Excel keeps getting better. It's been a real talking point over the last few days, and it's just so great to see students. What have we had? Nearly 100 students here with us, and these are talented modelers already. They're much, much better than I was at Excel at their age.
That's true. Peter is working on level 2, trying to find out where a balloon will land.
Yeah, so you can see what he's doing. So I was saying earlier, in column I, you've got the arrows and the numbers together. And part of the challenge is you've got to separate that out.
Yep.
And then once you've separated it out, which is stage Pete, is that you've got to figure out, well, okay, now what do I do? How do I go from that starting location to what those arrows and the numbers leave me as an ending location?
Right. Down, so you start at AB17.
I think it's down 44.
44.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes left in the game.
5 minutes left. All right. We haven't seen anybody switching seats yet.
We have it.
We haven't. They're all two in the zone. How much money is on the line here, Oz? Do you remember the prize money?
$5,000.
Ben. Ben is part of the team that is in the lead at the moment, University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Got Dangerous Diana up there and the 0 for fatigue level. There's some interesting cases. Very creative. Okay.
So I think you're seeing Ben do something similar to what we saw before. Whenever you see like the labels in AP, row and column, I think that's doing the movements by numbers, and he's trying to then calculate the kind of final position in that last row.
And then you need to consider the absolute value so that you won't wind up with negative numbers to manage. All right, 3.5 minutes left. We'll know which team.
You know what that means, Oz?
What's that?
For me, 3 minutes is the time when you start thinking, what's the function? The magic Hail Mary?
Rand array.
That's what I said yesterday. It's Rand
between.
All right, we're down to 3 minutes. Let's see. Let's go back to the scores just very quickly because we've had another move.
3 minutes remaining.
Right, when University of Arizona is the mystery. Okay.
Yeah, we don't know.
Let's go to Peter's screen. And the same challenge here. Starting location and then your direction and where the water balloon is going to land.
Yeah, interesting that he was going in to use a switch function in which I wouldn't have thought to use it.
Yeah.
See what he comes up with.
And left is one way to peel the numbers and letters apart.
Yeah, you can do, but you just have to watch out for inconsistencies. So I
Yeah.
think it's pretty safe there with the direction of the toss where you've always got 2 numbers after the first arrow. If that wasn't the case, it would be a bit trickier.
Right, exactly. Well, like the W7 in row 50, that would be a challenge because if you do left or right 2, the inconsistencies are a problem. And that's where you can go into Power Query and do a split non-digit to digit, boom, and move on.
Yeah, you can do. You can do the old school ways of doing things like this is you use length, you can count the length of the whole string and kind of make kind of deductions about how much you need from that.
And flash fill, feed it a few examples.
Flash fill is an underrated tool even in these math.
That's right. I wonder if people start feeling like they got to do
1
something
minute,
fancy to
1
show
minute
off.
remaining.
All right, less than 1 minute, everybody. Less than 1 minute. Okay. All right, less than 1 minute. It's the final push.
Yeah, let's see how
the final
looking.
push.
Come on, guys. Everybody, another big cheer. These are your 12 competitors.
That's right.
They were on screen.
All right, less than 20
We got about
seconds.
20 seconds left, folks.
All right.
Let's give it up for your teams.
Yes.
Egg them on in the last few minutes. Last few seconds. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 1. All right, hands off of keyboards,
That's it.
everybody. Huge round of applause for all of our contestants. After looking at all of the scores, going through them, ladies and gentlemen, we have an upset by 20 points. University of Tennessee! Congratulations.
So when we were planning this event, the Active Cell conference last year and the finals of the Excel Championships, we basically saw that it's going to be such a pity if we have all those Excel pros, world champions, Excel MVPs all gathering in one place and not being able to get everyone get a part of their knowledge and a part of their experience.
Possibility. The possibility that Excel can do, the possibility that they have for their career.
they found that people who were proficient in Excel got married at a younger age.
Doing it! Yeah!
I would like to see a very intense Excel competition in the arena. I saw some clips from last year and it just looked really crazy, fun. People were hyped up. So I'm excited to see the competition live.
All right, great job. Let's get on with our individual rounds. Now, this round is a little different. We'll talk about it with David in just a moment, but let's bring down our contestants. We'll talk about our case study and how every 5 minutes we will be eliminating one of the contestants on stage. Ooh, all right. Are we ready up in the tunnel?
Welcome to 2024 Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge. We are glad to present you the case for the battle, Subscription Sleuth, designed by David Brown from the US. In Subscription Sleuth, presented by Alvarez and Marcel, you'll get a glimpse of what Excel All-Stars do in their free time. You have been given data on which episodes of which shows each Excel All-Star watched in November, which platforms they subscribe to, who they share their subscriptions with, and even how they split up the monthly subscription costs. Who watches the most TV? Who cheats on their subscription plans? Who is up to speed on the latest episode of The Hand-Merged Tale? Finally, you'll get an idea of what TV used to be like, and you'll determine what each Excel All-Star will binge watch on Retro TV Day. The case has a 125 questions starting from a lightning round, which students must solve first to unlock the rest of the case. During the lightning round, everyone will be able to see a status bar at the top indicating how many questions the student has answered. Also, there are 5 bonus questions. Plan your strategy wisely. Good luck.
So we're learning all about what these Excel E-stars like to watch on TV. All right, so you've got an idea of the challenge. The big thing that's new this year is we're trying out a new lightning round. So the students are going to have to answer 5 questions in the lightning round before they can unlock the rest of the case. So we're going to see that status bar, and it's effectively a sprint. Who can get those 5 questions right first? The first one, 100 points. Second one, 95. Third, 90. So it's really a sprint to get those first 5 questions right, and we're going to see how fast they can go.
All right, we have 40 minutes for this challenge, a little bit different, but every 5 minutes, one of our contestants will be led off stage and eliminated. All right, here we go. We're going to count down from 5. Ready? 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Excel.
Okay, this is going to be a crazy one.
This is interesting. So we are in the lightning round.
Right. They've got to get the 5 answered before the case truly opens.
Yeah.
And this is a race. All right, let's see. Yep, Benjamin
If
Weber.
he stays there long enough, you can get a glimpse of what these questions are. You're going to be
Use the
looking
count.
at things like counts, very, very simple functions. There's an average that can be used in there. I'm not giving anything away by saying that. Most people are going to fly through this under no pressure, but let's see what happens.
See what happens. Let's see how it goes.
You can see at the top
All
of the
right.
screen there, you've got that green bar. So you can see as we go through Benjamin at the moment, he's got 2 out of the 5 questions right. He's up to
Right.
3. Give him a cheer.
Yep, you got 3.
6% of the way through.
All right, all right. See.
And until that bar goes to 100, they cannot see the rest of the questions.
Right.
One thing to point out on this, Oz, if you look at the tabs, all right, there's a lot of data in this challenge. You think of what
lots
we
of
just
data.
saw last time. We had a map, arrows, people trying to work out logic to go from one place to another. This is totally different. This is probably in your
Very
ballpark,
different.
isn't it?
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
definitely be turning to Power Query for something like
Lots
this.
of data. Lots of data. Yep.
All right, quick word to say, like we're looking at a data case here, and this case is sponsored by Alvarez & Marsal. And Alvarez & Marsal is a global professional services firm that's known for digging into data to help firms improve their performance and make better business decisions. So we just wanted to say thank you to Alvarez & Marsal for supporting these students and the Excel Collegiate Challenge. There we go, give them a cheer. First two through the lightning round.
Benjamin got the full 100. Pieter got the 95. The next person will get 90. One of the lightning round questions: how many times did someone watch a show in November? Include a show each time it was watched. So that's basically a count A. All right, so that's the kind of level we're dealing with to get through the lightning round. Okay, and we've got FIFA Liana has 85 now, as in the case now. Tristan with 80, and it's so cool that we've got 5 contestants from Madagascar here competing for the finals.
We are going to hold off on eliminating until most of our contestants have gotten through the entry-level challenges, and then we will start eliminating some of our folks on stage. So we're going to let them keep going here for a few before we start eliminating folks.
You've got people, most of the names you're going to recognize. You've got subscriptions to different platforms, episodes of shows, watch times.
Right.
You have to do some analysis on later on.
Yep.
And then for the last question, you've actually got a schedule where you've got to do some quite difficult stuff there.
Exactly. And there's one question about cheaters.
There is.
Yeah, some group plans allow so many people, and one question is to figure out how many are over the plan.
Yeah. Oh my God, Oz, my name is above Dim Early and Layla Garani. That's the only time I'm going to see that happen in my life.
I don't know, have some, be optimistic. You might be.
I'm happy
right?
with that.
Right,
I'm
yes,
happy with that.
be optimistic.
Put the 3 of us together and you try and compare on what? Subscriber numbers, looks, intelligence. I'm in trouble. We're almost at the point where we have somebody eliminated. And we have reached that stage. So a huge round of applause for Joy, who has been...
Oh,
all right,
Joy
has now been eliminated. That is seat 3.
All right.
All right, so currently in our potential elimination spots are Tristan and now Andrew. Spencer just moved up. Jackson holding at 90, and the rest of our competitors over 100. So we're going to keep a look at number 11, 10, and 9 and be doing an elimination shortly.
We got Benjamin far out ahead, but the next person on the bubble is Tristan, and that's whose board we're looking at now.
That's
who's
who we're
looking at level
now.
3.
So we're almost down to 30 seconds. You can see what Tristan's doing. He's doing a lookup. And again, like I say, a lot of these early cases, the early rounds are lookups. There's just so many tabs of data. You've got to think really quickly to get to the right place to get out of that bottom spot. 25 seconds left, I think, before the next elimination.
You don't want to be the last one for the Grim Reaper that makes you go gray.
Yes.
Are you calling me the Grim Reaper?
If you're the one with the scythe, yes, you're the. If Stephen taps you on the shoulder, call your next of kin. Right.
Round of applause for Tristan.
Big round of applause for Tristan.
About 35 points. It doesn't take much to stay out of the bottom. You got to think about what you're going to do.
2 eliminated, 10 remaining.
Can anybody catch Benjamin, who just keeps extending his lead?
Benjamin has been consistent throughout this whole process, hasn't he? The qualifiers, everything.
And Spencer come out of the basement where the boogeyman lives. We don't want to be down there.
Are you referring to Stephen again?
A lot of interesting nicknames in this event, it seems.
If the shoe fits my brother, then you put that bad fella on.
Spencer's got a challenge on his hands. He's on 85 points.
That's right.
And to get above the person above him, he's got to put about 180 points on the board. Just over a minute left until the next elimination. Can we go back to the leaderboard just to get an update for everybody on the overall position? Jackson has cut that lead at the top down to 10 points.
Ooh. And Spencer needs a lot of points to catch Christian. Let's see. Because you don't want to feel a tap on your shoulder.
No, and I think it might be coming. I think let's go back to Spencer just for the last 30 seconds and see if he can put something on the board.
Stephen is stretching his fingers.
30 seconds left. I'm sure our commentary in his ear is not making this any easier.
He's put his cold fingers on your shoulder. You don't want that. Don't.
Taking quite the beating here, guys.
You should hear what he says when we're not live.
Right.
All right,
Let's
5
see.
seconds left on the elimination. Let's see what happens.
Spencer, can you do it?
All right,
Oh.
we have confirmation. Spencer has been eliminated. All right, there we go. The points are still very tight. Benjamin's still ahead with 10 points over Jackson. They have both answered. In fact, quite a few people have answered the first 4 questions perfectly.
All right.
Some have got bonus points. All right,
Okay.
Christian is on to level 5. Level 5 is about counting letters. So counting the letters of people linked to subscription groups. So you've got to take the person that's on the level, on the row that you're in, you've got to find the people in the group, you've got to bring all of those letters, all those names together somehow, and then you've got to count the letters. A few steps to get to the answer on there.
I wonder if we saw some regex happening there. We see filter. It looks like some regex. That's new in Excel.
By the way, our number 9 slot just jumped up to number 5.
Oh, well done. Round of
Right,
applause.
all right. Yeah, see, that's how you avoid the tap on the shoulder.
I
Yes.
started moving that direction also.
That's
He
right.
Jumped
See?
up.
All right.
So interesting, like if you look at
Completed 3
Jonathan's
levels.
score, he's got no points for level 2, so I don't know what's happened there.
Right.
Oh, we do have a movement. Okay, Jonathan has gone up a point.
Okay, all
Okay.
right. Yep.
1 minute left, and we have less than 20 points between the bottom 3 at the
Ooh.
moment. So no pressure, Kai, Jonathan,
No.
and how am I gonna
Stop telling
pronounce
lies about no pressure. There's a hell of a lot of pressure. Everybody's feeling the pressure in here.
We're about to do an elimination. Giles, walk me through it.
it? Okay, we've got 20 seconds to go.
Can Fafaliana get 3 points in the next 20 seconds?
You pronounced that much better than my attempt. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds left until the next elimination. We're still less than 20 points between the last 3. Is anything going to change?
2, 1. Oh, 3 points.
Not many people have answered the bonus questions. Every bonus question is independent of the major levels. So if people are looking for quick points, the bonus questions might be the place to go.
You got to do something, right? Because the boogeyman in the green sweater is going to be tapping you on the neck if you don't get it together.
You've got to love some of the creativity of these case designs, Oz, right?
Yes, I like this one
This is
because
great.
it is a lot of data that you have to look at different sources of data, right, and bring it all together to do your analysis. So
Absolutely.
yes.
We are now a little
9
more than
points.
halfway through the challenge. We have about 17 minutes remaining.
Okay, Benjamin is looking at level 7. Oh, and he's got a partial score, so he just put a lot of points on the board again.
Man.
70% of level 7 is definitely the hardest level. Okay, so he's jumped ahead of level 6.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much, Benjamin. I'm having a conversation with Benjamin. This guy is too cool.
Sales
My
break it
God.
back. Look at this.
All right, we've switched back to Jonathan. Jonathan is at the bottom of the table at the moment, but it is still really tight. 9 points in it. And look at the bonus questions still for me. If you're struggling on the main questions, see if you can get something on the bonuses.
Something.
Bonus 2, I'm giving you massive hints here. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do that. But bonus 2 and 3, I don't
something.
even think they're too bad.
Or maybe it's
45
pride.
seconds. Pride.
Yeah, maybe it's pride.
Hey, you're talking to the humblest guy in the world. You can't let pride get in the way here, all right?
All right. Elimination
Oh,
coming soon.
very
Can we
close.
get 9 points out of Jonathan?
Come on, Jonathan.
He squeeze it. Squeeze it hard. You can find 9 points.
Okay, we have confirmation that Jonathan has been eliminated. We are now down to the last 7 players. Kai is the person in 7th place. Do you know what this is referred to in English football terms, Oz? You're a Manchester United fan. We are getting close to squeaky bum time right now. Oh, yeah. 13 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock.
I wonder about the history of that term.
Another time.
Okay, another time. All right, you need 31 points, Kai, from Singapore. Oh, we got a filter function happening with Kai. A lot happening. Put the data into a table. That's good. That is good practice. You got to know your tables, folks.
Yeah, so this is the level we were looking at earlier with somebody else. This is the text. You've got to count the number of letters in the names. So Kai is just working through those processes, doing a little bit of manual rejigging there. All right, guys, let's get everybody involved. I'm going to go through every name, and I want everybody in the room to shout out for the person you're supporting. We're going to start at the top. Benjamin Weber. Pieter. I'm going to do first names. Pieter, shout out.
Give it to him.
Shout out for Andrew. Shout out for Philip. Jackson. Christian. And Kai.
Let's see.
You can see what Kai's working on. He's looking at the example answer. He's got an answer at the top there that I think is slightly different. So he's just trying to work out why he's got 243 coming through, and the example answer is 241.
And I saw that screen that said data table. There was that again. You know, I only see data tables in these competitions.
So he's just putting answers on the board. Let's see what happens to the score.
Okay. Oh!
Yes. Okay, he's put answers in. He's got partial points. He's still in that last place at the moment.
Oh!
All right, we have confirmation.
Kai been eliminated.
Huge round of applause for Kai, everybody. So we are down to our last 6 players. We have just under 10 minutes to go. I believe that is the end of the elimination. So the last 10 minutes is going to be for these 6 players. Yeah, so we've still got Benjamin way ahead. I don't know if he's been in any other position than first place the whole time we've been at this event.
Right.
Yeah.
Got a let function happening. Cool.
Yeah, this blows my mind. You know, I mean, these guys are so far ahead of where I was at this age.
Yeah.
They're doing all the modern Excel stuff as students. It's kind of mind blowing, isn't it?
It is. But see, I'm suspicious because Christian claims have had, 2 years of experience?
That's crazy.
But that sounds like boxers, right? You'll see a boxer that's got 3-0 and is 3 by knockout, but then you find out he's had 25 fights as an amateur. Right, unsanctioned fights.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So he's probably got some unsanctioned years behind him, so that he can justify counting only 2 of them.
I'm not sure if he's got 25 of them, but you might be right. The other thing is, though, he will have learned Excel in modern Excel, right? He's come into Excel with all these features.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true.
7 minutes left. Benjamin is looking at level 6, which was the very hard level. Level 6 is about payments owed for subscriptions. So you have a couple of things to look at here. You might have to work this out by person or by usage within groups. Look at that formula. Let, couple of X lookups nested within a let. Nice. I feel like he did that because he knew we needed to see the whole formula on screen.
And that's mighty kind of him. Oh, and there's my name up there.
Yeah.
Column
yeah.
C.
4 times. 4 times. Outrageous. Oh, yes. Another close-up. We love these.
Yep.
We want at least one slightly uncomfortable close-up every round.
Some life-size head in here in the booth. Okay.
Right, here we go. So we're on Andrew's screen. 5 minutes left. Remember, there's no elimination. This is the final 6.
This is it.
Yeah, one of the questions you have to work out the length or the total time that different episodes of different series have watched.
Right.
These are one of the bonus questions.
Okay.
I'm actually excited, guys, about Philip and Andrew, who are battling it out for 3rd place and are very, very close to each other.
Let's go to Philip, then we can see the clock running down, and everybody needs to get involved in this when we get down to 30 seconds. We are going to quadruple
1 minute
the energy.
remaining.
Yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Philip's got partial points on level 2, so 70% on level 2. I think he's working on question 5 as well. He's got 3 of the 5 bonus points.
35 seconds.
Here we go, everyone.
Okay.
Oh, we had to jump up into 3rd place.
Christian, all right.
Let's keep the noise.
Yes.
30 seconds, everyone.
30 seconds.
Come on.
All right.
Can he hold off
Noise up.
Andrew?
Come on.
Christian, hold off Andrew for the last 20 seconds.
Can he move up and get Peter? That's the question. Everybody, clap.
Last 5 seconds. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Excellent job, hands up.
There you go. There you go.
Benjamin Weber, stand up. Peter Pianauer, stand up. Christian, stand up. This is your first, second, and third place winners. Besides going to Disneyland, you just won the individual MECC competition. What are you thinking?
It's amazing. It was a really tough case. It's really intense and pretty good opponents, so I'm pretty happy that I've won.
What are you going to do with all your prize money?
Don't know yet. Just gamble it away?
Yes.
There we go. All right.
Come with me to the Active Cell Conference and the Excel World Championships in Las Vegas. Yes, there actually is an Excel World Championship. They even had Excel jerseys, and my friend Klinsman from Brazil even got me one, but we'll get into all this later. First up, we started each morning with some coffee, followed by amazing sessions from Excel experts and MVPs from all over the world. After the training concluded, we all headed over to the HyperX Arena for the Excel World Championships. Guys, this place was insane. I have never seen so many Excel screens before. This is definitely my type of sport. First up, the college students competed, and I thought it would be a fun experiment to see if I could complete the case they were solving using Copilot. So here I am live actually solving the case using Copilot, and I was really impressed with how well Copilot did. I was able to complete all of the questions using Copilot without having to calculate anything. Overall, I had the best time, and I'm already looking forward to next year.
And we have 12 individuals to recognize that we're all up here on the stage. What we need to remember is how the potential that we have in this room. And so let's just recognize the students that made it up here and are showing us what we all can be. The 2024 MECC champion, Benny Weber!
I just want to take the time to thank everybody who has been here, who has been supportive, and has supported every student, every person during the last couple of days. It was really some amazing days. I just want to thank you, everybody. It was really, truly great.